I'm Paul Thigpen. Jeff is my best friend. I think a lot of you probably would say the same thing. He's your best friend. Best friend of a lifetime. I met Jeff, it was 8.5 years ago. I just moved out to this part of the world to teach at Southern Catholic, and I first saw him and his beautiful family at the chapel at Southern Catholic College one day. And as soon as I saw him, I didn't know anything about him except that he got a beautiful family. But God spoke very clearly to me that day and said, introduce yourself to that man, he's going to be your friend. And God kept his promise. I didn't get to talk to him that day. We saw him later. The family was out at the swimming pool on campus and came out and talked. We talked for 45 minutes, and I felt as if I'd known him forever. A few weeks later, they were gracious enough. I didn't get to go home for holiday weekend. My family was still in Spillane because our house hadn't sold. And Lisa and Jeff invited me out for, I think it was Labor Day, and fell in love with his family as well as with him. And after that, our friendship just grew and grew. As you all know, he's one of the most generous. He is one of the most generous, gracious, warm, loving, kind, selfless people you'll ever meet. And as our relationship grew, we began to spend more time together. Eventually, probably about 4 years ago, we got into a routine of first having breakfast every Wednesday morning to share our lives, and then we got the idea, instead of having breakfast, why don't we fast and pray together? So instead of going to the restaurant, we started coming to my house Wednesday mornings to fast breakfast and to pray and to share our lives. And then every Sunday we developed a habit of, he has a sauna in his basement, of having a male bonding time in the sauna. His sons would come, and my son came some, and some other friends probably called him Roach up there all the time. Beautiful time. And my wife will never get to say that. I know every one of you feels you're close, and so we're all close, but people would sometimes say to me, you guys are the odd couple, aren't you? Very different in background and experience. Jeff is everything I'm not. He's athletic and agile and strong and loves hunting and the outdoors and stuff, and I'm none of those things. I'm as clumsy and weak and sickly as they come. But he still loved me, which is the amazing thing. And he used to, when I call him the phone, he would say, the answer is, Dr. Thigpen. And I'm a doctor of theology. And I got in the habit of saying, Dr. Spillane. And the thing is, it was an accurate title. We started out just having fun, but first of all, because Jeff, just by being who he was, healed me. He brought a lot of healing to me. It's like a doctor that way. In my weakness, he helped me be stronger. In my pain, he helped me to get better in certain ways. Just by being who he was, the generous man he was. But also, the church, okay, I'm in theology, a doctor of the church is a teacher of the church. And I'd always thought that Jeff was so amazing in that his purity and his simplicity. That's one of the things I love most about him. And I didn't need another academic scholar for a friend. I needed someone like Jeff. He sometimes on those Wednesday mornings he would make a comment, a theological, spiritual observation, and my mouth would drop open. I said, Jeff, that's profound. He said, I said, Jeff, you haven't been reading St. Augustine's Confessions, have you? Or St. Thomas's Summa? No, why? Because that's exactly what they say. He didn't need a theology degree. I had enough for both of us, He didn't need a theology degree. He had this simple, intuitive, spiritual perception. And because of that, he reminded me of St. Therese. I used to tell him, you're like a male St. Therese, whose way of simplicity was the way that she came to God and led others to God. And that's how it was for Jeff. And I realized then, if St. John Paul II could declare St. Therese a doctor of the church, then it was only fitting that I should call him Dr. Spillane. Because of those times we had together, I'm grateful to say this. there's really nothing left unsaid between me and Jeff. Sometimes someone will die suddenly and you feel like if only I said this or that, but we said it all. I feel like there was nothing else to be said. I told him many times how much I love him, how much I appreciate him. There's nothing I'm telling you tonight that I didn't say to him many times, and he was always very expressive of his love and friendship. There were maybe a couple of things left undone that we wanted to do. We had talked with his Lisa, my wife was also named Lisa. The four of us had planned in the spring to go to Spillane, my hometown. We were gonna, I was going to give him a hometown boy tour of the city, which I love to give to friends. We even started very early in the plans for a Marian pilgrimage to Europe, and unfortunately the actions of ISIS kind of undermined all that. But there are probably two things that Jeff would say that he had as a mission in my life that he never got to complete. And one of them was to get me to eat liver. I despise liver. I grew up working my dad's meat market. No butcher I have ever known would eat liver. Only people who don't work in meat markets do. But he loved liver, and he thought it was kind of virility, full sign of virility to eat liver. He would tell me he could make it, I don't eat it. No, Jeff, I will not. It was like, 3 eggs in the ham. No semi. I will never eat the egg. I will never eat this liver. And one time he thought he had it. He's going to persuade me. He said, Paul, don't you realize that when wild animals, predators, prey on catch their prey and kill them, the first thing you do is rip out the livers and eat it? And I said, yes, Jeff. And that is why we call them beasts. There was another round of that I won't go into. But the other thing was, in the Greek, in the backyard, the back of their lot, toward the back of their lot, sometimes when a lot of rain, it was going very fast and full, and there was a line that was across that, and you could cross there if you were Jeff, and maybe some of his kids. He was so agile, it was like a little cat, he just run across it. I remember one day, I'm standing there, he goes across, says, come on, you can do it. I said, Jeff, you know me. I am clumsy, I will end up in the water. The only good thing that will come out of my even attempting is the entertainment value for you. So while I'm sputtering in all this cold water. So I walked down the creek from there, and he kept saying from time to time, Paul, you've got to cross the water on the lot. And he said, I will give you my hand. I'll come back over. I'll take your hand, take you by the hand across the water, and you won't fall. And I always refused because I knew how clumsy I am, despite how confident and agile he is. And I feel like tonight, there's so many more things I could say about him, but I feel like tonight, maybe that mission will still be accomplished one day. I would not be surprised at all if on the day when I'm called home, the day when God willing, I'm called home, and I'm standing there looking at what's ahead of me. And in the ancient Christian tradition, the passage from this life to the next, across death, has always been envisioned as a river, the Jordan River. And crossing over Jordan meant to go from this life to the next. And River Jordan is chilly and cold. Michael wrote a book, it's about that. It chills the body but not the soul. And I could see myself standing there at the moment of death and looking at this and saying, how am I going to get across that water? And I wouldn't be at all surprised if the Lord doesn't send Jeff at that moment. Say, buddy, I've got one more mission for you to comfort, encourage, and support Paul. And I could just see him coming back, standing on the other side, sticking out his hand and say, Paul, take my hand. I'll get you across the water. And by God's grace, you won't fall. I believe that easily happen. And if, by God's grace, we make it to the heavenly banquet, if they serve liver, I'm going to say to Jeff, you can have mine.